Hey everybody, it's Lauren from It's the Kellys, and today I have a video for you where my two worlds are going to collide. I am a professional hairstylist and makeup artist, and I guess kind of a professional traveler since you guys watch this channel to get tips from me. So you guys know that I'm a minimal packer, right? A carry-on only girl. And I try to pack as little as possible, even including makeup. Bravo, Lauren. Pat yourself on the back. So I recently fell for some Instagram and Facebook ads. Y'all are doing a good job figuring out what I like. I fell for it again. And it's all about this cute little stack that has all of your makeup needs for on the go, which I think could be a real game changer in the travel industry, as long as I like it and as long as you like it too. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I promise you this is not going to turn into a makeup channel. Today I am going to unbox the stack of makeup that I received, and I'm going to put it on my face. That's why I'm not wearing any makeup right now, and let you guys know how I like it. And these aren't necessarily designed just for travel either. You want to do a overnight at somebody's house, you want to bring it to the gym, you want to bring it to the office for a long day to do touch-ups before happy hour. This could really benefit everybody that wears makeup. Please consider subscribing to our channel. My husband and I run this channel called It's the Kellys together, and it is everything travel related to help you travel often and pack well. Okay, shall we open this box? Here it is. I received it 7 days after I ordered it. It's right here. Look at how small this is. And then this is the little free brush that it came with. This is my normal makeup bag. This is the Subtl Beauty Stack. I was not expecting it to be this small in the box. I was expecting it to maybe be this big. Honestly, it's a happy shock from a minimalist perspective. So on the website, you can take this quiz online, and there's 3 different options for the quizzes depending on how much time you have to answer them. Of course, I wanted to do the most extensive quiz, and I had a little bit of time, so I did the 5-minute one. And it asked me different questions like, what is your skin tone? What is your eye color? And then most importantly, they asked me what my current foundation is that I use so that they could match up my color stack based on what I already wear. So when they match you up with what you should get, they are going to automatically make you a stack that has 5 items for $60, and it's just what they recommend to you, and there is no switching. So I ended up making my own stack. Here is the stack right here, and you can see that I got a shine control powder, an eyeshadow, a bronzer, a lip and cheek duo, and a concealer. And in the very bottom here, they do have a little powder puff to be able to put on your face. So let's measure this baby real quick. Just under 2 inches with the top. If this is all I have to bring with me on vacation, I'm absolutely thrilled. So with doing my own stack, I ended up spending $74.20 for 5 items. That included the free little powder puff on the bottom. All stacks get that. And it included this free brush, which will open up in a little bit. Now that evens out to about $14 per item of makeup. But if you're a person that spends a lot of money on makeup like I do, I didn't really flinch at the price. If you were a drugstore makeup girl, good for you, girl, you're saving some money. But they don't really come in travel size, and then your makeup bag is going to have to be a little bit bigger. So before I put this makeup on, I am going to dump out everything that is in here. This is my normal foundation. Look at the size difference. I have also started to put this into a Cadence container instead. Here is the makeup. Here is the Cadence container. It's like a little match made in heaven. Hello, Subtle Beauty. My name is Cadence. Hello, Cadence. My name is Subtle Beauty. Look at how perfect we go together. This is the eyeshadow compared to this. This is the bronzer and the blush. Loose powder that I use compared to this. Crazy. It's going to be so helpful. I really do think. Let's put it on because I'm sick of looking like this. I don't know how beauty vloggers do it. I have a camera set up with a mirror kind of right here. So I'm talking to you and I'm looking at myself. So disclaimer, I'm not a beauty vlogger. I talk about travel. First, we are going to start with the concealer. That is this dark purple color down here. I ended up getting the color Carrick, even though they wanted me to get the color Hazelwood. I like to go a little bit lighter with my concealer under my eye as opposed to matching everything perfectly. So if this doesn't match, it's not Subtle Beauty's fault, it's my fault. This is my normal color concealer here. So I think it is a pretty good match. Let's just use our finger and see how it goes. Now this does come in 19 different shades, which I think is absolutely amazing. I know that there's a lot of people out there that are either very dark or very fair that get really upset at makeup companies that don't have exactly what they need, and I don't blame them. Thank you for making a ton of different color concealers. I think this matches pretty well. I don't think it's the most coverage ever, but that is fine with me because on vacation, I'm not trying to become some super glam, crazy person. Even when I went to makeup school, I didn't even wear that much makeup. Feel like in America, the beauty standards to constantly put on makeup are exactly that. I mean, you guys see the beauty vloggers and you guys see everybody on TikTok, but in a lot of the world, wearing a lot of makeup, people can tell you're American if you're doing it. Especially in Paris, that was one of the biggest things we got a kick out of in our makeup school was how much makeup the American girls like me were wearing, and then how much makeup the Parisian girls were wearing because they really don't wear a lot. Typically, if I'm going to do concealer, I'm going to put a little bit of the pink color under my eyes as well to kind of get rid of the darkness. And I think this matches my skin really well. So I don't know what that really says about the makeup quiz. Now it does seem a little bit wet, so I'm very excited to set it with the powder, which is going to be my next step. From a makeup artist perspective, you guys don't need to buy these expensive primers to go over your lid. Just take a concealer the same color as your skin or a little bit lighter and put it over and then set it with setting powder, and then that's your primer for your lid. Save yourself some money. Okay, so now let's get into the Shine Control powder. This is one universal shade, which a lot of different makeup companies do, so that's totally fine, and I really hope that it works nicely. The key is to set your concealer as soon as possible so that it doesn't start creasing, and if it does start creasing, then just start patting it out. We'll set this little guy first, and on my chin. We'll set around my nose, under the eye. And this little sponge is just fine. It's pretty small, but I like small as compared to the Beauty Blender because it takes up less space. Maybe I should have done one side of my face with my normal stuff and one side with the Subtle Beauty, but I don't want to have to get ready twice today because I do have to go to work. All right, so far everything is crease proof. Okay. I do still see a little bit of darkness under my eyes, which I am not a total fan of. I would just put a little bit of pink color kind of underneath it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is bronzer. So the color that they chose for me is Mocha, and I went a little bit darker and chose Cocoa, which I might be regretting my choice, but again, if I pick the wrong color, it's my fault and not Subtle Beauty's fault because I didn't go with the stuff that they recommended towards me. So they do have 7 shades, and this is the one that I chose. Now I'm not going to apply this with my finger because it's just a really big no-no. So I'm just going to take my normal brush that I do. I'm just gonna use a little bit because I'm a little afraid that it's a little too dark. And you always want to go from the middle to there. from the middle to there. Okay, so now I need to blend it out because I'm certainly not going out like this. I'm gonna use this little brush because if I like this as much as this one's smaller. Let's buff it out. I'm a little afraid that it's a little too dark. No, it's not that bad. Plus, I need to still put blush on. Put it here because I have a round face and a little on my neck. Ooh, I am back to life already. All right, so that is the bronzer. This bronzer can also be an eyeshadow color, and they do have a highlighter, which I didn't get, but that could also be an eyeshadow color too. But they do have a ton of eyeshadow colors. We'll get into that later. So next is going to be the lip and cheek, which I'm so excited about. It is a cream, kind of similar to the concealer. They wanted me to pick the color Coral, and I wasn't really a huge fan. If I'm gonna use this on my lips and my cheek, I think this Dusty Rose color is going to be a lot better for me personally. Now I am going to apply it with my finger. So I'm just gonna use my middle finger. Dab some along here. On the apple of my cheek. Yeah, this is good. I can't wait to put it on my lips too. Okay, so let's move on to the eyeshadow. It is a little duo. Everything has a lighter color in shimmer and a darker color in matte. And there are 7 different shades. I could definitely see myself doing multiple stacks of eyeshadow if I wanted to. I chose this one called Dune, and this is what I normally use. So you can kind of see, I usually use this, and I chose those. So now I don't have to bring this entire thing with me. So I just put it on this makeup stack instead. Now I am going to use brushes to apply these because I don't know how anyone can ever apply eyeshadow without brushes, but maybe I'll try. I'm going to use my little crease brush with the darker color. Always tap it off. And put it right on my crease. I'm not used to doing this at a table, you guys. Am I doing an okay job being a beauty vlogger today? Blendy blend, blendy blend. Okay, so that is the darker color in the Dune. And now, I would usually use this brush to do this, but let's be basic and use our fingers. I'm gonna use my ring finger. So we're just gonna put this on the base of the eye as God intended with our finger. I like it, I like it. Okay, so now we're just gonna move on to the lips with the lip and cheek. Now I'm going to show it to you on the lips by itself, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of a lip liner with it. So let's rub it on. I have never put lips on with my finger. You can get a lip balm, which comes in the stack by itself, but I opted against it because I don't want to pay $14 for lip balm. It's okay. It's okay. I like kind of a mauve color better, so I guess if I were to do this, I would get this color for my cheeks for sure because I love it, and maybe a mauve color or something like that instead. But let's put it on with my lip liner. I always put a lip liner below whatever color I'm wearing. I like it better. Okay, so as we're filming this video, and it's been maybe about 20 minutes, I don't know what's going on with my under eye, but it's not making me happy. Weird. And I feel like my under eyes, they don't look as good as they could, but I love everything else. I love the little eyeshadow. I will definitely keep that. The bronzer and the cheek, definitely keep that. The concealer, I don't really think that I'm a fan of. And the control powder, if I had the right concealer, I think it would be okay. But I really do think that I would take the concealer off and I would just have the little stack with the concealer that I prefer. whatever it did while I was filming. I don't really love that. Let me fix it real quick. Okay, that's better. I don't know, maybe your under eyes aren't as bad as mine. So I do usually need to use a corrector and a concealer and a powder to get this nice, easy, perfect finish. So I'm not a huge fan of the concealer, but I'm a huge fan of the rest of this stack. I just want to take this concealer off and be good to go, that I will be bringing these with me. Now let's finish off this makeup look with a little bit of mascara. I do like the eyeshadow color a lot. I think it's really nice, and that is absolutely perfect for me for travel, because like I said, I usually bring one of those mini palettes with me, which is usually about $30 anyway, and I only use 2 shades out of it. So that is one of the biggest game changers for me. So I don't want you to not get the concealer with this palette. Get it and try it, because it might be good for you. And like I said, maybe you don't have as bad of under eye circles as I do. I also want to mention that this makeup is cruelty-free and gluten-free, fragrance-free, paraben-free, and vegan-friendly. So this is my makeup look for the day. I am going to go to work looking like this, so hopefully everybody likes it. I'm definitely going to recommend it. And if you guys want me to do an update video later, please let me know. I am happy to do that, to show you how I like this after a trip or two. So let me know. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.